All right, in this video, we're going to do a couple different things. First, we're going to go and set our permalinks. Now, up here, when you look at your site, this is what a, let's just create a new post. When you create a new post, and we'll just call it hello. Notice that this is the permalink. This is the, and it has this 2020-01-17, and then the actual name of the file is hello. Not really sure that's how I like it. So what I like to do is go and change that. I want to change that so it doesn't show up with all these extra numbers in there. So I'm going to go into, let's see, what's the best way to do this? So to go to our permalinks, we're going to go to settings, which is here, and then permalinks. And down here, we're going to say, we just want to name it post name. Okay, just post name. And then it will just say the name of the server, the folder that it happens to be in, so your exact WordPress, and then the name of the actual post. Okay, and I'm just going to click Save Changes. That's going to be the best for what we're doing. That's the best way to do it in this class. Okay, that's how you change the permalinks. Okay. Now we're going to install the WordPress, the WooCommerce WordPress add-on. So we go to plugins, and we want to add a new plugin. We want to install WooCommerce. So I don't want to upload it, but I want to just come over here and say add new, and I want to search for WooCommerce. And we're going to take this first one because it's been done 5 million times. We're going to say install. And once it's finished installing, we're going to do like we did last time and activate it. All right, it's finished downloading and it's ready to activate. So I'm just going to click activate. And it's going to walk, it wants me to do the setup wizard. Now, if I come down here and click not right now, it's not going to work for the rest of the stuff that we're going to do. So we're going to just do a little bit of work up here. So put that in there, and we're going to sell just physical products, and 200 Main Street, and I'll put my city, Georgia. Okay, so it's made up. I'm going to say let's go. I don't want to pick the tracking. Now I'm just going to turn things off. I don't want Stripe right now. That's a credit card processor. And I'll just say continue. I can set these things up later. I don't want to take any shipping, so I'm just going to turn those off. Click continue. And notice it's going through, like, it's going to tell me, hey, do you want these other plugins? Then let's go ahead and activate it. But what it will do is it's going to actually add a couple of pages that we're going to use in this project. Now that that's finished, it's going to want us to install all of these things. I'm just going to say skip this step for right now. And I'm also going to not want to install Jetpack, so I'm going to skip that step. And at this point, we could probably create a product if we wanted to. So let's just create just a real basic practice product. So I'm just going to call it practice product or test. And let's just say this is my test product. And then I'm going to grab a product image. So here we can call this bike. And I can add a new category, bike, and I can choose your product image, and I just want to grab fat bike, set the product image, and I want to set the price and the sale price. And that looks pretty good, so I'm going to go ahead and publish it. All right, so it looks like everything worked there pretty good. So now I want to go, we're going to go ahead and start working on menus. But before we do the menus, we want to make some categories. So if we go into posts and categories, this category is our content type categories. We're going to make at least 2 of them. Let's just call one reviews, where we can put product reviews, and one resources. Okay. So I have 2 product category or 2 content categories, and then if we go into down in WooCommerce, we can go into product categories, and our product categories, we already have one called bike. Let's add a couple in here. Let's call another one shorts. Actually, let's call them bike shorts. And let's just do this right and name them like that. And click add new category. And let's do another one called water bottles. Notice how I use a dash to make it URL friendly. And then we have shorts. Well, let's do bike shoes. And add that as a new category. So I have 3 categories there. Very good. Now let's go ahead and add some posts. So I want to create a new post. I'm actually going to just edit this one because we need to. I'm going to call it an MVP. Okay. And MVP number 1. And I want to edit this so it's MVP 1. Click OK. And this is just blah, blah, blah. But I want to make sure I add this to my reviews. And I want to add a couple things into my cloud tag called bike short reviews. That's going to be the tag for that. I can do another one called review, another one called bike shorts, shorts. Okay, so I added a bunch of tags to this article. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and publish it. And I'm going to do that same thing for MVP 1 through 3, and then the filler post, FP 1 through 9. So each person in the group will do 1 MVP and at least 3 filler posts. And we'll talk about those later, but right now we're just trying to make them into the skeleton, okay? Now let's go ahead and adjust the menus, okay, now that we're ready for menus. So if we go to Appearance and Menus, this theme comes with 2 menus, so we need to make 2 menus. So the first one, we want to create a menu. We can call it Top Nav. Okay, and in Top Nav, we want to just add those 2 categories. So we'll view all the categories. We want to just add reviews and resources up there, and let's put reviews first, and let's save the menu. Now, where does it say, where do you want to put it? You can actually say my display location is going to be the top, or you can go into Manage Locations and select it as top. That works great. So Top Nav is done. Let's make another one. Let's make one called Main. Okay, so I'm going to create that as Main, or you can call it Primary. And in there, I want to put my WooCommerce categories. Okay, but I don't see it here. But if you come up here to Screen Options, then you'll see it here under Product Categories. So if I come down here, I have View All My Product Categories. Let's just add the 3 big ones that we did. Okay, and we're going to make more money on water bottles. So let's put it like that. And let's make that our primary and click Save. Okay, now let's view our site and see what it looks like. All right, so right now we have our two items up here, our 2 navigation bars working for out here, and we have our 3 main content areas for, not content, product areas for our store. Now we want to go ahead and set our store homepage to not this massive, not this MVP number 1. We want to set our store page. So let's go back into our theme and customize. And then we're going to go down to homepage settings here. And we want to make it a static page, but because we went through the install process for WooCommerce, we should have a page here called Shop. And notice our shop has this spike that we have for sale. Okay, so that one's ready to go. So we can actually hit publish, and that's going to show up as our main page. And what we will work on later, getting rid of this banner here, bringing it up. But for right now, that's good that we have this working. Okay. So next we want to work on our widgets. Okay. So if we look at our site, we want to get rid of this information here, and we want to put a footer in down here. Okay. So what we're going to do is go to our widgets, and we want to remove from the right sidebar widget area. We want to just get rid of the search, the recent posts, and the comments. Okay. And then in footer area 1, we want to add our categories. So we just drag categories there, and we can call it content categories for right now. Then we want to put in our product categories. So that's here. And we want to do that in the next screen. So I'm going to drag these up, put them in footer area number 2. And let's add a capital C right there. And that should be good. Click save. Footer area number 3. Let's add our tag cloud. So grab our tag cloud, come up here, go into area number 3, and give it a good title of most popular. Click save. And then lastly, we want to just put an image into that last one. And I'm just going to add fat bike right there because that'll look good. Okay, and I don't need to put a title. Let's click save and just see what this looks like. So right now we don't have a footer and we don't have this on the left. If I hit refresh, we have this beautiful footer, content categories, product categories, and most popular. Now I should be able to edit these product categories and get rid of uncategorized and bike, and then add some more tag, cloud tag stuff. And I could even make this bigger if I wanted to. So at this point, I think we have a couple more things to do. Let's go ahead and do it real quick so we don't need to make another video. Let's go ahead and add our social media. So if I go back to customize, this is pretty cool. And I go to top header settings, and I think it's social media settings. And if I just put the word test, and click publish, let's see how this works. So that was the top header settings, which they should have been up here. But if you come down and look, all of them showed up down here because I did the word test. And notice when I highlight over it, the word test shows up way over on the far left. So that's the website that it would be going to. So all the site icons showed up down here just right. So it does work. Okay. For right now, that's just what I wanted. That's where I wanted you to know what to do, is go into customize and see how it worked. The last thing we want to do is work on our breadcrumb settings. So if we go into customize and look at breadcrumb settings, there's 3 different settings for WooCommerce, normal, and post. Notice that WooCommerce is already enabled. That's the what we want to keep that. Same with normal is already enabled. But this one where it says post and archive page, we want to just disable that. Click publish, and that will fix a couple of issues we'll have down the line. All right, this video should help you finish project number 1.